Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I think from the previous vlog, some of you may have noticed that I'm actually not well. And because I've got a bout of vertigo and I'm under medication for it, so I need to relax, need to chill out and get plenty of rest while I am taking the medicine. And what better way than trying to watch some comedy movies, stuff that will actually keep you, in good spirits and that makes you laugh and makes you forget about your problem for a while. So I'm pretty sure everybody who likes those kind of movies, comedies, things that make you laugh, you have a list of them somewhere, and you might have like a top 5 or a top 10, like short movies. No matter how many times you watch it, it will make you laugh and make you feel pretty happy and stuff. So I do have a few movies like that. So let's try and take. Let's see. Probably one of the number one movies in that list is a golden oldie from 1948. It is an American classic. It is an Abbott and Costello movie called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Now, I first watched this movie way back in, I believe, I was around maybe 13 or 14, 13, I guess. It was in 1989, and my cousins introduced me to Abbott and Costello. These particular cousins of mine were from the UK, and they had moved to India around 86 or 87, I guess. And so they used to get a lot of VHS tapes, from their relatives and friends, family friends of theirs from the UK. They would send them a lot of stuff, and they also did have a good collection of movies and TV show episodes that they recorded on VHS and brought back with them. So I remember that one summer I had spent about, I think around 2 weeks or 3 weeks with them. This is my mom's elder brother and his family. So my cousins introduced me to Abbott and Costello. So I believe it was 2 movies perhaps that they had in their collection, and then we watched stuff later on. But this one definitely is, I remember it. It is hilarious. So basically, if you do not know who Abbott and Costello is, stop watching this video right now. Go and watch a bunch of their movies, learn about their history. It is kind of tragic towards the end, especially. I mean, they were huge. I think they would rival, possibly even Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton, Laurel and Hardy. For me, these guys are bigger than them. I absolutely love their movies. There's a football match going on right now, so that's why my attention is slightly diverted there as well. So yeah, this is one of their series in which they did a bunch of movies, right? 32 or 34 in total. And because they were, with the same, they did this series of meeting the classic horror monsters, the Universal horror monsters, the black and white era. And, so in this particular movie, even though it says Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, they also meet the werewolf, and they also meet Count Dracula. So the best part about this is Count Dracula is played by the legendary Bela Lugosi. He played Dracula in the first Boys movie, I guess, 1931 or something like that, which I've seen a couple of times. Awesome acting by this guy. He really did, portray Dracula pretty well, and he does a similar kind of role over here as the Count. And so Bela Lugosi as Count Dracula. You've got Lon Chaney Jr., awesome actor as well. He's someone who makes viewers get a lot of empathy towards him, I believe. At least that's the way it felt to me in his portrayal as the werewolf. And you had Glenn Strange, who portrayed Frankenstein's monster. So absolutely wonderful, funny, hilarious movie. I can't say enough about it. It is absolutely fantastic. Basically, Abbott and Costello play these two. They are working as baggage clerks, and there's a person who runs a museum, kind of scary haunt, those kind of attractions thingy, and he's got Count Dracula's. He's supposed to have the Frankenstein monster's corpse as well as Count Dracula's coffin, and they are actually in it. So the whole plan was for Dracula to bring Frankenstein to the United States, and with the help of a lady scientist, they're planning to, because Frankenstein's monster is getting weak, They want to put a new brain into it, and they chose the easily manipulated brain of Costello's. See, I can't even stop laughing of Costello's character, and who he really hams it up a lot. I mean, it's really funny. Um, so that's the basic premise of it, and so there's a love interest. There is a female investigator who also pretends to be in love with Costello, much to Abbott's chagrin, and he can't really understand why there are two women behind him. So that's the basic plot. And you've got also the werewolf character who wants to save people from being attacked by Dracula's and the Frankenstein monster. So he's there to stop this from happening. He doesn't want the coffin and the crate that has got Frankenstein's monster to reach. He doesn't want anybody to open it up, but unfortunately Dracula does come loose. So I would be spoiling a lot of stuff because you just got to watch it. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on several stuff. It's actually free to watch. There are some sites, I think, Motion. I forgot the name of it. That they've got the entire movie uploaded. I think you can see clips of it on YouTube as well. And there's some hilarious scenes. The scene in the museum where Costello is trying to read the history of the legend of Dracula, and Dracula's coffin is opening up. That always makes me laugh, and throughout the movie, he in particular is making me laugh. I actually heard, I'm not sure if this is 100% correct, but apparently they had to do a lot of reshoots because there's one scene in which Costello is sitting on Frankenstein's lap on a chair, and he doesn't know that there's Frankenstein is sitting there, and so he rests and puts his hand, and he sees there are three hands. He's got this hand as well as one of Frankenstein's hand, and so he's counting and all that stuff. And apparently they had to do a lot of reshoots because Glenn Strange, the guy in the mask, in the makeup behind the Frankenstein monster, couldn't stop laughing. Apparently even Bela Lugosi found him hysterical. Why wouldn't you? I mean, that was one of the charms of these two men. I mean, Abbott played the kind of straight man role, making fun of Costello. Costello played the slapstick comedy. Most of the jokes are against him, at his expense. A lot of wonderful stuff happening, hilarious. It does get a little bit to be fair, it isn't a perfect movie, of course. There is a little bit of stuff where it goes a little lengthy, especially at the castle. But otherwise, I would say this is a perfect movie for all ages. I first watched it when I was like 13. I'm 44 right now, so this many years it has kept me entertained. I must have watched this movie. Oh boy! So I do have the DVDs over here. Well, I've got 8 movies on DVD, and I'm looking to get a couple of more as well. I think I must have watched this movie around 20 times at least, minimum, maybe even more than that. And I recently watched it just because I wasn't keeping all that well. And it is a short movie, it's around 83 minutes. So, but like I mentioned, it's that one stretch in the castle which actually ruins it. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10 because it's fantastic. I'm going to give it a 9.5 because it never stops to make me laugh. So it was made on a budget of $792,270, and it made over 3.2 million at the box office. Now this movie has been made as one of the top 100 funniest films of all. I mean, it's been in the list of Reader's Digest top 100 funniest movies of all time. The film is number 56 on the list of America's Film Institute's 100 funniest American movies, and it was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. So I think that's the reason why you can actually watch it for free online, and it's worth it. Please watch it. You will love it as much as I do, I suppose. I think most people who I know have seen the movie are, who like it quite a lot. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10 for Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. It should have been Abbott and Costello Meet Dracula and Frankenstein and the Werewolf. But yeah, I love the movie to death. Thank you. Bye.